Taurus. So you have the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So so what I'm seeing here is that you, Taurus, you've been crossing swords with some people, right? Uh, the interactions that you, Taurus, have been having has been kind of conflicting. There's been a little bit of smoke there because the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands represents, right, left to right, represents you, Taurus, do not want to be in a position where you have to not be yourself. I'm not saying you don't know how to get along with somebody else. I mean, you don't be yourself. Someone wants you to, you know what I'm saying? Like someone is disrespecting you and you want them to like you, but then you creating boundaries, you know how fickle these people are. All it is that you're going to do is, right, let them just run all over you. That's not how you, Taurus, want to be anymore. So you haven't been this way for like a year and change, since 2023, right, last year. So you're following with that, where you're not going to allow someone to disrespect you, and then you create boundaries and you be afraid of maybe they won't like you anymore. If they don't like you, who cares? That says a lot about the other person anyway, that they're looking for someone to essentially take advantage of them, to treat them terribly, which goes to show you their level of character, because it's not bad enough that they're looking to gain something or parasite off of somebody else. They have to treat the person badly on top of receiving what they want. It is, like I said before, it really goes to show you how they think, right? How warped it is. But the Two of Wands represents how, and like I said, there's not a real whole lot of concern between your compatibility and theirs. Like if the two of you can work it out and end up meeting eye to eye and come to some sort of a mutual respectful agreement, then maybe the two of you can last. But if you can't, I'm seeing how a lot of you, Taurus, are not really overly concerned with whether or not it works out. You know, because a lot of you, Taurus, understand your value, and you understand, hey, you know, you're going to, there's no such thing in life. There's no such thing in life of you going through your whole life without ever, you know what I'm saying, having friction with somebody. Somebody is going to be an adversary to you. Somebody's going to give you a hard time. Somebody. So the Two of Swords and the Seven of Wands is about how, I will say this though, right? I will say that a lot of you want to be kind of, a lot of you Taurus feel like you're a little bit under attack right now. And because the Seven of Wands represents this individual that that I'm talking about, that you are getting to know romantically, right? Or maybe even socially, friend, family member, someone that you know, right? You're connected to. It's deeper than a first name basis, right? And they don't really make you, Taurus, feel good about them. They don't really make you, Taurus, feel like, or you observe that there's not a lot of things about them that are admirable, you know, that you, Taurus, really don't think of them as being built for a long-term relationship, right? If it's romantic, or a long-term friendship where you can trust them, because a lot of you, Taurus, really see them as two-faced. You see them as like, you know, you see them as an individual that really is dealing terribly with duality, and that they don't know how to make duality blend together cohesively within themselves. It's they don't really know how to make it into a one, like a personality that works for them. It's more so like they're so at odds with one another to the point where it's kind of ironic, right? Like one minute it'll seem like they're into you, and then the next minute it'll seem like, you know, the two of you are at each other's throats and smoke between the two of you, right? It's up now, right? Y'all got friction. Y'all are bumping heads. The Seven of Cups represents they're doing it for spite. They're doing it to make it seem like you have to tiptoe around them, and that if you don't tiptoe around them, then they're not going to like you, Taurus, anymore. But this goes right back into what it is I was saying about earlier on in the reading about how you really shouldn't care one way or the other if they like you or if they don't, because honestly speaking, people who play them type of games are stupid. Not because I'm saying it, but because maybe they could be trying to teach y'all a lesson, but again, it's not necessarily the wisest thing in the world to do, to try to teach someone the lesson of conflict by being an enemy of theirs. Because a lot of the times people are thinking about, how can I get the enemy out of the way, right? Like, how can I get away from the enemy and simplify my life, that this enemy is in my life complicating. You understand? Like, they're not going to get the point of, well, this person is in my life to teach me a lesson, right? Right? That's only after the fact, or time that's taken away when you spend it at a certain distance. So the Wheel of Fortune in the Tower is about how you Taurus wouldn't be a Taurus reading if there was no Tower card. So the Wheel of Fortune in the Tower is like, a lot of you Taurus are just tired of people playing games with you. You want to do things how you want. But see, this is the thing that you Taurus are not really paying attention to. You have to fight for that. You have to gain that level of respect. You have to do things. You have to do things, nothing too crazy, but you have to take action to that will create that will create that line, draw that line, so that the two of you, regardless of whoever it is that you're interacting with, they understand that you are serious about the restrictions or the lines that you draw. You see, so the thing is that now the Six of Cups and the Hermit is about, maybe you took some time away from them to think about this. Maybe the two of you are getting to know each other still, but the two of you are still connected, but you haven't reached out to them first, even though they expected you to. So the Six of Cups is them reaching out to you first, trying to find out what you're doing. What they're doing is they are trying to make peace, just so that they can start up the same type of nonsense with you again. Because I've seen this myself. I've seen myself how they'll only play nice for a short period of time, and that again, and the thing is that it looks really crazy, because it's someone has really got some serious mental problems for real when they're playing the game and you're not, and you don't even know what the game is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know what the game is. You don't even know how to play. You don't play the game, right? As a default of not playing the game or not wanting to play it. So they're playing with you and playing and wasting your time. And it's like you're completely, it's all of it is completely going over your head, because you're not playing a game. So for you, to an inexperienced individual, right, to an inexperienced bull, right, Taurus bull, to an inexperienced bull, you don't know what's going on. You're like, like I said, all of it is going over your head. And there was a point in time where a lot of it went over my head too, of the games that people play, right? Because for me, I didn't know the game, and I wasn't playing the game. I wasn't into playing the game. But I realized I'm still not into playing the game, but at the same time, I still have to understand the game so I can understand what people are doing to stay away from them when they start up with that nonsense. Those are the people to stay away from. So let's clarify the Six of Cups. Don't fall for the tricks that they're pulling on you, Taurus, though. To clarify the Six of Cups, you have the Two of Pentacles, the Fool, the Devil, the Strength, and the Two of Wands. The Two of Pentacles and the Fool, they're not going to change. They're just making it seem like they're sorry right now, but they're still the same weirdos chasing after you who feels like they need to do all this type of craziness to get your attention because it's a play. They want you, Taurus, to think that you're lame when it's actually the other way around. That's why they got to do all this crazy stuff. So the Devil and the Strength card is about don't say anything to them too crazy. Just let them look stupid and you stay away from them. And the Two of Wands is let them think about you, because when you reach out to them, they have the energy because you're reaching out to them. But when you don't reach out and you simply move forward and get to know brand new people, someone who's playing a game with you, Taurus, are thinking about how come you're not contacting them.